Hello. This is just, let me hold that there. Have I gone public with it, or is it unlisted? Absolutely stressed me out today. Do you know how, this is just an update on my court case. Do you know what, I haven't watched that video footage again. And I had to sit there and watch that footage of what those police officers done on that day. Now, they're all saying that, no, actually they're not saying. I don't know, do you know what, I'll wait until we see what happens tomorrow, but this was just for me to give you a quick update. Court has been on all day. I've sat there and watched them lie. They're lying. I was out with my children on a family day with my kids. I am zero risk at football, and that is backed up because when the Home Office, the government, tried to give me a banning order 2 years ago saying my presence provoked reaction at football, when they tried to do that, the lead officer of Bedfordshire Police went to court and he stated that I was zero risk, that I don't go to football with any risk elements, that I only take my family. Now what turns out today, or what they're gonna, if the judge rules in their favour, what they're saying is that forever, police officers can come up to me wherever they want. I said, like, the video of this incident has been viewed by millions online. Even the people that don't like me agree that this is wrong. And this is to send a message that when the police do things wrong, they have to be reprimanded. When it's clear to the general public what they've done is unjustified action, an abuse of power. I had to stand and watch again, and I got emotional watching it and upset watching it. The way that the prosecution described me is irate. No, I'm upset because you have installed fear into my children. And any father would want to do something when they have to stand by and watch their kids be terrified by police who are there to serve and protect them, not scare them. And again, I'll point out that this isn't Bedfordshire Police this time, because Beds Police have been overly nice to my children, have apologised to me when they saw me after this incident. This was Cambridgeshire Police. And rather than put their hands up, they've tried to offer out of court money. They've tried to offer me money out of court. So I don't want your money. I want an apology. I want to go home and sit down and tell my children that the police accept what they done was wrong. And that's what I hope I come to after this with the judge, that I can sit my family down and say the police agree, the judge agrees, that we have a law system that will reprimand the police when they do wrong. But it's absolutely frustrating to watch and sit and see as a police officer stand there and lie. I was no risk. They know I wasn't a risk. I wasn't part of a risk element. I was with two friends and our kids. We'd been in the fair. I had candy floss. And if we live in a police state, if the judge rules the other way, we live in a police state where the police can come up to you for committing no crime, for doing nothing but behaving and doing everything you're supposed to do when you go watch football, and they can put it on you and intimidate you and make you leave cities. I said, do you know what? If this goes the opposite way, if I don't win this case, then I think I'll walk out and say, do you know what? You've just proved to the entire public. Because everyone in the public has watched that video. And no one can say what they did or their actions that day were justified. No one can say it's fair what they've done in front of my kids. No one. That's what's on trial. It's not actually, I don't know, it's frustrated me so much watching that footage again. I had to watch that footage of my kids getting hysterical. And then I had some prosecutor trying to make out. Do you know what the maddest thing with this is? The police officers, you see them with the cameras. They've deleted all their footage. All of the Cambridgeshire Police with their body cams have deleted all of their footage. And then I have some officer, some prosecutor standing there saying to me, as though I'm making it up about my daughter nearly running into the road. We wouldn't even be having this discussion if you gave us the footage. If you didn't delete your camera footage, why would you delete your camera footage when my solicitor sent you a letter the week after it happened telling you we want the camera footage? And all of a sudden there's no camera footage. He says, what? It wasn't recording. You see him with his camera like this, videoing my children and smiling, whilst they're crying hysterically. And all of a sudden, there's no camera footage. Do you know the only camera footage we got was from Bedfordshire Police? Do you know the statements from Bedfordshire Police? They say how wrong it was. Do you know the officer, the hooligan officer from Bedfordshire Police, says that I am no risk, that I am not a threat, and they have no concern about my behaviour at football. But yet Cambridgeshire Police and their senior ranking officers completely ignore the advice of their own. And they decide that I have to be forcefully ejected. They completely make up stuff. I'm a rant, but I sit there and think, we live in a society, and we don't know yet because we don't know the court result, where police can walk in mob-handed to innocent people eating food, watching football, and force them to leave a city for no crime. And there's right and there's wrong. And what they did that day was wrong. And rather than hold their hands up, they try and offer hush money. We'll offer you money, thousands of pounds, if you agree not to mention this, and if you just take a settlement. But I want your money. I want to restore faith in my children in law and order, that someone says that what you did as an officer that day was wrong. It just frustrates me anyway. Rant over, man. Watch the video. And every one of you have probably seen the video. Watch the video. Even if you're one of my opposition, if you're wing and you have your beliefs and your morals and you don't believe in police overpowerment of the police and abuse of their power. You can dislike my politics, which I said to the judge today. I don't care about what. You know what? If this didn't happen in front of my children, I wouldn't be standing in court today. But you purposely did it in front of my children. You purposely did it in front of my kids. And you took satisfaction out of that at the same time. What sort of copper does that? And I had to look at that copper, that same copper that did it, sitting 2 rows back from me. Who does that? Who does that? Anyway, enough. 7,000 watching live. Thank you. Share this. I'm sorry if I've just gone on a rant, but it's upsetting when I see what they've done. And do you know what? And the truth is, which is why I'm in court, my youngest daughter, she was 5 at the time of this incident. She has not been to one football match with me since that day. My day on a Saturday was about spending time alone without my wife, where I have my time with my children, time for me to bond. And one of the favourite things to do was to take them to football. And now every Saturday, I try and persuade my daughter. Do you know when my other 2 children went to their first Luton game, Bedfordshire Police, and thank you to them, I brought them up to the police. And the police were wonderful to them. And even on the day in question, there was an officer called Tim Smart who's on camera. And the Luton police, one of them on today's recordings, one of them walks off and says, "This is fucking embarrassing," on the camera footage. And the police, and I brought my children, because I don't want my children to be scared of the police. I bring them up to respect the law, respect the police. I hid everything that's gone on with me. And Bedfordshire Police have been great on that point, even when I've took my children to football. But my youngest daughter is too scared to go football. It's 2 years later. And they need to rule on that. And they need to say that what they've done is wrong. Not about me. It's about what you've done to my kid. And the fact that I don't have that now on a Saturday. I don't have that. I can't plan my day on a Saturday where we all go to football together. Or we go to different towns and cities together. I then have to make plans where that would be the Saturday when my wife can go and do what she wants. Now we always have to find someone to have my youngest. Because of what the police did. And that's the decision that hopefully is going to get ruled this week. Hopefully. We're back in court tomorrow. Oh man, it's just, I'm sorry if I get so frustrated about it. Because what they did is wrong. It's wrong. We'll see how the judge rules. And thank you. There's 8,500 people watching this live. And do you know what? And again, this is me against Cambridgeshire Police. And this is Cambridgeshire Police that offered thousands of pounds out of court that I refused. But I want your money. I said today to the judge, I don't want your money, right? It isn't about getting money off you. What I asked for, when they offered me money, I said, I want a public apology. I want an apology to my children. At the end of this, I want to sit down to my kids and say, do you remember that time? Do you remember what happened at Cambridge? Which of course they remember. Well, it's been said that they were wrong. And they apologised. But they didn't willingly apologise. How is that? All I said is, when they offered money, is just apologise. Apologise. Publicly apologise for what you've done. Anyway, rant over. Peace. If you're watching this, give it a comment. Give it a share. And we're at 9,000 watching live. Some great figures, for YouTube. Thank you, everyone, for your support, yeah? We're in court next Friday, 22nd, for anyone who can be in London. Thank you. It's fucking I'm a nut into it.